Well, hello, my fellow YouTubers. This is Sarge. Mixed Match Stereo is the name of the channel. I'm coming to you today with a tribute. This tribute is to, I think, one of the smartest, if not a genius, the most knowledgeable person that I know in all of high-end audio. This guy has taught me so much from these books. And the guy is Mr. Robert Harley. This was Robert Harley and I back in 2001 at the High Five Home Theater Show in Manhattan, New York. That was his booth. You see his books. And that was the first edition book, which I have right here. This is the first edition of the complete guide to high-end audio. Now, I already bought this book. I already had it before I attended the show. But I didn't bring it with me to the show. So at the show, I ran into Mr. Harley in the lobby at that booth, Music Direct booth, and I couldn't believe it. I read about these guys for so long. I probably got introduced into high-end audio probably in the late 90s. I said 97, 98, 99. And in my book, this guy, Robert Harley, was a celebrity. And so I bought that book. I didn't bring it with me. So this soft cover, I bought it again in hardcover. Same edition, just to get it autographed. So there it goes to Sarge, USMC. Good listening, Robert Harley. So I bought this book twice just to get him to autograph it. And total. Now this one's also autographed. This is autographed. This is autographed. I'm gonna put these in order. That's one. First edition, second edition, third edition, fourth edition, and the fifth edition. So there are 5 editions to the complete guide to high-end audio. And before I got into high-end audio, before I started reading these books, I always used receivers, like a Pioneer receiver. I think the first one I bought receiver-wise was the Pioneer that I paid $500 for out of Best Buy. And I always had receivers. That's all I knew, receivers. I didn't know about integrated amps. I didn't know about separate power amps. All I knew was receivers until I bought this book. And I bought this book. I started reading about integrated amps. I had no idea what an integrated amp was. I never had a standalone, a separate power amp. I never had a DAC. Didn't know what a DAC was. I knew about CD players, but a DAC, I had no idea what a DAC was until I bought these books. These books are so detrimental to anybody who's starting off in the high-end audio, as far as interconnects, power cords, the different types of speakers, you name it, it's in these books. And I read about integrated amps in high-end audio. I think my first big purchase was a Rotel power amp. My first ever standalone separate power amp. I think that was a Rotel, like a 985 or something like that. I think I paid $800 for it from Hi-Fi House when they were in business. And from there, I think I bought a Sunfire Signature. But before, I never knew what a separate power amp would do. I always have receivers. Integrated amp. I didn't know what an integrated amp was. An integrated amp is a receiver and a power amp combined. I didn't know that until I started digging. Once I get into something like high-end audio, I'm going to do my research. And I was going to Borders bookstore back in the day. I was looking everywhere for a book that could give me more knowledge in what I was getting into, which is high-end audio. And this was the book. The Complete Guide to High-End Audio. Anything, any component, CD players, stacks, any kind of speakers, dipole speakers, powered subs, how to hook them all up is in this book. And it's freaking awesome. So, if you want to learn more about this passion, I recommend this book highly. I said I bought every edition, and each edition it improves. Like he add more things to it. It might still have what's in here, but as you know, the audio world don't stand still. So as the audio world grows and things changes, he updates these books. And anybody that's into this field, this passion, this hobby, I recommend you looking to purchasing Robert Harley's Complete Guide to High-End Audio. Also, Mr. Harley is the editor-in-chief of the Absolute Sound magazine. He's the editor-in-chief. And once again, this is Robert Harley. And as you can see back here, this is Robert Harley. Myself and the executive editor of the Absolute Sound magazine is Jonathan Valen. So, editor-in-chief is Robert Harley. Executive editor is Jonathan Valen. We took this picture together at the Rocky Mountain Audio Fest, which was in Denver, Colorado. John Valen, the executive editor of the Absolute Sound magazine, myself, Robert Harley, the editor-in-chief of the Absolute Sound magazine, and the author of these amazing books. So you have two on home theater. I was deep into that at one time. This was the home theater for everyone. I since left that behind and went to strictly a two-channel audio. I mean, he also took these books here, and condensed them to this copy, which is High Performance Audio Systems. I mean, these books are a wealth of knowledge. I built my system the way it is today because of these books. These books taught me so much. I didn't know what an interconnect was. I always called everything wires or cables. But there's a name for them. I learned about the different types of speakers. Because I ended up buying my first high-end speaker was the Martin Logan's Aries Eyes electrostatics. I had no idea what an electrostatic speaker was until I purchased these books. And once again, separates, having a preamp and a power amp, I had no idea how that worked until I never knew what a DAC was until I bought these books. For isolation components, as far as a line conditioners, I had no idea what a line conditioner was or consisted of until I got these books. I mean, anything that you can think of is covered in these books. And I got all 5 editions. I got 2 copies of first edition. But I got a strong passion for this high-end audio. I wanted to get more knowledge of what I was doing, what I was buying, why I was buying it. And this is it. When I seen this book in Borders bookstore, I said, you gotta be kidding me. I've been searching and searching and searching to get more knowledge on this field, to know what I was doing, what I was getting into. And this is it, man. I subscribe to the Absolute Sound now, but before I subscribed to Audio Magazine. They're now out of business. The Perfect Vision, Home Theater, Stereophile. I had them all coming in. But I since cut, some went out of business and I cut back on most of them because I also was getting jazz magazines, Jazz Times, Downbeat. I still get Downbeat. I canceled Jazz Time. I just recently canceled Stereophile. So I was getting too much stuff coming in. But I kept this book because I got a lot of faith. I kept this magazine because I got a lot of faith in Robert Harley, what he do and what he believes in. He's down to earth. I went to the audio show in California in 2014, and me and my party was in IHOP eating breakfast. And this guy came up and touched me on the shoulder. Hey, Sarge, how you doing? It was Robert Harley. My party said, how did he know you? How do you know him? You were in California. But we had that connection. So once again, if you are new into audio, if you're an old head into audio, because you can never know it all, you can always learn something else. I learned from these books. So I'm not a know-it-all, and I wanted to get knowledge. So if you want to get knowledge, you gotta do your research. And I did my research, and in my book, this guy. Some may say other people are more knowledgeable, but in my book, Robert Harley, that's when he had hair. Robert Harley is the man. So if you want to read more about this field and learn more about it, pick up a copy. I guarantee you will not regret it. All right, Sarge, USMC Mix Match Stereo. My next video, I'm going to be using the Prima Luna Premium HP Power Amp. I've been playing it now for like 2 weeks, breaking it in, trying to find the right music that's going to really bring it out. Still trying to get my recording and my phone to work together. I think I'm almost there. But the next video will be with the cell phone still. Kind of upsets me because that recorder, the Tascam Porta Capture X8, that thing sounds freaking awesome. And it records in 32-bit, 192,000 hertz, and it's awesome. So once I get that up and running, my audio going to improve big time. So stay tuned. This is Sarge once again, USMC. Got more coming at you. All right, peace out. Semper Fi.